What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here, and it's Valentine's Day by the time you're watching this video. Of course, when I'm watching it, it's just the 9th of February, so nothing too crazy going on here, but I wanted to make a video Valentine's Day themed because I'm like, you know what, matches the occasion, and it just so happens to match that 3-day schedule from when the Japan video went live, so might as well, right? And the whole entire titling of the video is related to how Valentine's Day doesn't have to be about relationships. It doesn't have to be specifically about your significant other. I know when this day comes around, it's all about, oh, lovey-dovey, you know, give Valentine's heart candy to another person or something like that. But I want to remind you guys that you don't have to just support Valentine's Day in the sense of like, oh, you know, gotta make sure I'm being romantical to someone, right? You know, hang up that computer call. We gotta be romantical or something like that, right? It doesn't gotta be anything like that. You can just enjoy Valentine's Day by spending it with the homies, right? I'm not being like, oh, you know, wear socks and then kiss the homies or anything. No, you know, do whatever you want to do. I'm not gonna judge you. But what I mean is, you know, Valentine's Day doesn't have to be related to the person you're dating. You can also use this type of period as a way just to talk with your friends and be like, hey, you know, if no one's told you recently, hope you've been doing well. I care about you, right? And maybe that's a little bit of a weird video topic to talk about. That's a weird thing in general. It's like, yeah, my friends know I care about them. Why would I have to remind them on Valentine's Day? But you got to think about it, right? This is a time period when everyone online, even people who aren't in relationships, are going to be talking about how, oh yeah, you know, they're going to be talking about love. They're going to be talking about dating people or not dating people or how long they've been without the touch of another person or something like that, right? And despite that, you know, sometimes you just got to check on people. Just be like, hey, man, you know, happy Valentine's Day. Hope you're doing well. Love you, homie. You know, just kind of vibe with someone, not in the sense of, oh, you know, love you. I'm gonna give you a big kiss, boy. But like in the sense of just, you know, you don't have to celebrate this holiday just because of loving another person who you're dating. You can also just celebrate it with some homies, decide that, you know, maybe there's someone you haven't talked with in a while. Maybe you'll hit them up in DMs or something. Maybe be like, hey, you want to play Lethal Company? You want to play some Call of Duty, some Fortnite? You want to play just a video game or something? You want to just hang out, watch a movie? You don't have to make it all related to relationship stuff. You could just use it as a way of just kind of enjoying your day and reminding other people around you that you care about them. Even if you kind of bully them a lot. Even if you guys play video games and you're just super rude to each other all the time, you're just boys being boys or something, you can always hit them up and just be like, hey, reminder that even though we might be, you know, chaotic when we hang out and stuff, I still care about you. You know, I still like hanging out with you and you're a good friend, right? That's the main point of this video, is just to kind of be like, these type of holidays, right? When they remind you of certain things or whatever, even if you're not celebrating it for the core reason or the core purpose that it was meant for, it doesn't mean you can't celebrate it. It doesn't mean you have to be alone during that time, right? You can go ahead and just talk to other people, you know? Don't even think about it as a holiday, right? I'll be honest, I haven't thought about Valentine's Day as Valentine's Day since I graduated from high school. I'm just like, oh, it's the 14th. It's just another day, right? Hang out with people, you know, I'll be like, oh, it's Valentine's Day? Yeah, I didn't even realize that, right? You know, that's kind of how it is. I don't really think of it as, oh, it's this crazy holiday everyone's got to remember or anything. You got to make sure you're on Valentine's Day all the time. Maybe if you're in a relationship, you do. But you can still just treat this day like any other day, and you can just kind of hang out with your friends, right? You don't have to spend Valentine's Day just talking about how you're in love with insert celebrity here, or how your girlfriend or boyfriend or friend or partner or whoever else is, like, you know, the best person in the world. You can also just use it as a time to try feeling, you know, in this way of deciding to reconnect with other people, right? Deciding just to enjoy the time you have with everyone else, because who knows when everyone goes away? Who knows when I'll disappear, right? These videos are temporary. They'll be on YouTube until the platform dies, but it doesn't mean that YouTube's going to be around forever, right? You know, I'm temporary. I could be in the Japan trip right now. This video could come out and I'm just poof. I'm pretty sure I'm still alive though, by the way. Don't worry. But like, you know, it's like, things are fleeting. Things can leave you before you really expect it. So even though you may be thinking about Valentine's Day in a certain way where it's like, hey, you know, I don't have a partner, I don't have someone I'm dating or something, it doesn't mean you can't celebrate it in some way, right? It might be a little weird. Someone would be like, okay, it's kind of weird why you celebrate it in this way or whatever. But at the same time, you can still just kind of treat Valentine's Day as a day to remind those around you care about you, or you care about them, right? Of course you're going to probably care about yourself, but you can remind those around you you care about them and that they're pretty cool people and you're glad that you have them in your life, right? You don't have to use this type of holiday or whatever else you want to call it as a thing just to talk about your relationship partner or lack of relationship partner, right? So I wanted to make this video a little bit of a short ramble or whatever else, just saying, hey, go out there, remind your friends you care about them, remind your loved ones, your family, whatever else, happy Valentine's Day, I love you, family members, all that type of stuff, and just make sure that you kind of make sure those connections are still there, because you can take them for granted. Maybe you'll have someone who you end up not being able to talk to in the future, and you wish you had more opportunities to talk to them in the past, right? But you didn't take those opportunities when they were available to you because you didn't really think about that time when they wouldn't be there, right? So I just wanted to make a little bit of a video, talking about it since it's Valentine's Day. A lot of people are going to be very lovey-dovey about stuff, and just remind you guys to really just kind of check in with your friends, right? If there's someone you haven't talked to in a while, check in with them, make sure they're doing all right, and just kind of enjoy the day, right? Don't make this a day about, oh, it's Valentine's Day, I'm not in a relationship, I suck, wow, whatever else, right? Don't think about it in a bad sense. Just kind of use the day to remind yourself that, hey, I have these lovely people in my life and I want to keep them in my life, so let me go ahead and talk to them every once in a while, right? And I'm not saying hit up every single person, including that person you haven't talked to in 37 years. I'm just saying, right, in general, it might be a good time, especially on this type of day when some people might not even be in a relationship. There might be a situation where someone you talk to hasn't actually been able to talk or be in a relationship with someone in a while, and you sit there and you're like, okay, I should probably let this person know they're cared about or whatever else. Not in the sense of, hey, I care about you, want to kiss? But in the sense of like, hey, I care about you. I know this can be a lonely day for some people, so just know if you want to hang out, play some games, or talk, I'm available for you and everything else. But with that said, a little bit shorter video for the day. I know I've made a lot of long videos recently, so I'm going to end it here. Hope you champs and champions enjoy today's short little video. Make sure to check out the homies, the family, everything else. Make sure everyone is reminded that you do genuinely care about them, even if you don't say it often. And I'll catch you guys a little bit later with another upload. Peace out.